Okay, here we go. This is Wirraway versus DesertWolf. Um, Remember last turn we had that crazy 400 aircraft battle over Burma, so I have no idea what to expect for this turn. I'm kind of wondering if these guys are going to chill out a little bit and try to lick their wounds and pick up the pieces, because that was crazy. So let's see what happens here. Okay, no night bombing, no submarine intercepts so far that I can see. Yep. Got some Coast Watcher sightings here. See any subs? No. So far, this is really quiet. All right, we're already into the air phase. Okay, it looks like we have quite a bit of Japanese aircraft sighting stuff down where the Allies are at in the Gilberts. And the same can be said about the Allied aircraft sighting Japanese stuff. Okay. Typically, when you see these sweeps, the main bombers are coming in behind it. Yeah, he's definitely going for land chow. So being very careful right now to not hit the escape key, because I have no proof of it, but I've been told that hitting escape key too much could induce desyncs, and I've had nothing but problems with desyncs lately. So I'm laying off the escape key, and I might have to click with my mouse a bit more. So right off the bat, we see some bombing raids by these crappy Sonyas into Lanchow. These Sonyas just don't carry any kind of appreciable bomb load. And as you can see here, the damage is minimal. Ooh. Alright, Makin's about to get turned into Swiss cheese here. Yeah, man, that's bad. That's a lot of casualties to be taken on an island like that. And all these units are being targeted. And when you see um, that many units being destroyed and not disabled, it means that you're starting to get down into the meat, you know? Oh, I'd hate to be a Japanese soldier on Makin Island right now. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, look at that. Non-combat units, 4 squads destroyed. Uh, and that's the road construction company. So this unit is taking heavy losses now, and at some point it might actually get completely neutralized and destroyed. Not a good situation to be in. Makin is in dire straits. All right, B-25's coming in now for a chance at the action. And again, more destroyed stuff. Okay, that was the AM phase. Pretty quiet. Like nothing happened in Burma at all. Hmm. Okay. This is just recon missions mostly here. Just a lot of recon, so I'm seeing here. That's it. Wow, that was a quiet air phase. So now we should be rolling into land combat if there's even any right now. Okay. So our Japanese troop friends here have made it all the way to Lanchow, and here comes the bombardments. And actually, the Japanese don't really do that well here initially. Um, Kind of a trade, not to I'm sure Wirraway's liking. Um, yeah. So what he does know that these troops are completely out of supply, but they still have guns and they can still hurt a little bit. So he's gonna need a lot more than that to get through here, for sure. That's it. Wow, this was a fast one today. But you know what? That's not a bad thing because these guys went hard last turn on the 6th of November. So I think they're just kind of picking up the pieces and collecting themselves equally. So that means for you, this will be a relatively quick analysis when I get to that. You know, not much to say. But like I always say, no news is good news. Let's see what kind of reinforcements we get here. Okay, got some construction battalion at Port Wainimi. That's about it. Wow, short and sweet, just like me. Okay, so this was a pretty quiet turn, but that's cool because the last turn wasn't. So these guys need to rest up a bit. Let's take a look at this. Aircraft losses for this turn. 5 for the Japanese, 1 for the Allies. And ain't that a kick in the teeth? The Allies are flying almost 3 times as many sorties as the Japanese, but the Japanese are taking a lot more ops losses. So that just tells you that the Japanese are involved in some riskier flying operations than the Allies are right now. Topsies are transport planes. Jake is a recon plane. That's a recon plane. Sorry, did I say that's like a patrol plane? It just seems like this is a big disparity in losses compared to the Allies, despite flying way less missions. What a bummer. No pilots killed this turn. Ship sunk. No ship sunk. Army lost points for this last turn. 1 Allied and 4 Japanese. I am guessing those 4 Japanese lost points came from Makin Island, which is getting turned into a moonscape right now. For the turn, we have the Allies gaining 27 points on the Japanese and bringing the Japanese ratio down to 1.625, chipping away at it. So I reviewed the combat report, and one thing that I thought was pretty interesting here was that we're getting a pretty good idea of what exactly is on Makin, which is the island that I think DesertWolf is going to be targeting soon. So right off the bat, we see he has a 51st Naval Guard, a 48th Road Construction, 23rd Naval Guard, 24th Air Flotilla, so that's 4 units, right? And then scrolling through this, we see also mention of a 34th Road Construction Company on Makin. So there's 5 units total on Makin, 2 Naval Guards, 2 engineer units, and an air flotilla. That is not much. So DesertWolf knows exactly what he's getting into right now. He knows the composition of these units. He knows how badly damaged they are based on the losses they're taking during these air raids. So Makin's going to be a slam dunk whenever he's ready to go for it. We'll take a look at that here in a little bit. I think it's going to be soon. All right. So I went through the SIGINT report, and I didn't see anything noteworthy in here at all to mention. And then when I was perusing through the ops report, I found one thing that I thought was kind of cool. And it's right here. ZPK reports underwater objects near Aurora. Look at this. Do you know what ZPK is? This is Aurora. This is ZPK. These are blimps, hot air balloons, dirigibles. The Allies get some of these things, and they're acting as float patrol aircraft. Not overly capable, but they have a very long endurance, so they could stay over a hex for a long time and spot stuff because they move so slow. and they have this range. I think it's pretty cool. So this blimp is out here doing ASW work, right? If you look at the pilots, they're very well versed in this. We have excellent naval search, excellent ASW, lots of experience, right? So DesertWolf is using these blimps out here near Wirraway to spot submarines because this is a major operational base for him in his conquest of the Gilberts and up. And sure enough, these blimps are actually spotting submarines out here. That's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about the situation. This is going to be one of the fastest videos I ever do here because there's just not much that went on this turn. So it won't take long to get through it. So the Japanese are definitely into Lanchow, and they initiated some bombardment attacks. And it was kind of an even trade. It wasn't too bad. But we see that the supply situation here is very bad. These units are heavily disrupted. And on top of that, do you see how the name Lanchow is in red? It means that it's overstacked. So based on the stacking rules of this campaign, this hex has a max level of 50,000 troops. And currently, DesertWolf has 52,000 troops. So he's taking penalties due to supply consumption, the disruption, all that stuff. Combat efficiency is all reduced when you're overstacked. And I believe it scales the more overstacked you are. So he's very gently overstacked. He can fix this by moving one unit out or swapping something out. It's not a big deal. But it will be impacting his troops' ability to operate. Lanchow itself is heavily damaged and unable to build any more forts. Right? It's done. So Wirraway would be smart now to stop targeting the actual base and start just targeting the troops there, because there's no more necessary reason to damage the base, damage the troops, because the base is so jacked up. They have no supply to fix it anyway. You might as well just target the troops there. Everywhere else, he seems pretty well stonewalled in China. This is the only place he has anywhere to go right now without running into brick walls of Chinese troops. In Burma, we're not seeing a lot of activity here either. Now, before we saw DesertWolf trying to punch through at Tungi, but it appears that that's not going to happen. So he's actually heavily reduced his footprint there. He used to be almost maxed out on the amount of troops that he had there. He's pulled a lot of them out. They appear to be heading up this way and to somewhere. I don't know where they're going. I have no idea where DesertWolf is looking to exploit a gap in the lines. Much like the Chinese are stonewalling in China, I think the Japanese have this whole line of defense in Burma pretty well locked down. So I don't know what has to happen here to break this stalemate, but we'll keep watching this as the turns go on and see if DesertWolf finds another way through, because I don't think he's going to get through at Tungi. You remember last turn we had the big air battle at Chiang Mai. Well, it appears that Wirraway has pulled all of his aircraft out of there. Now, granted, the detection level isn't excellent. It's okay. But it does appear that all those fighters that were there are gone now. No idea where they went to. He's probably pulled them back to Bangkok as my guest to rearm and repair them and get them ready to go for the next operation. So now we're going to scroll all the way over to the Gilberts. And we've been seeing DesertWolf's bombers laying waste to Makin, and the troops are suffering badly there. The numbers continue to fall every turn. We know exactly what he's got there. 2 engineers, 2 naval guards, and an air flotilla, and they're all marked for death. There's no way he'll be able to get them out. We see that the submarine patrol has gradually been pushing further north. It's now well north of Makin, and it's going to act as a deterrent to keep ships up here from trying to get into Makin to resupply these guys. These guys are in trouble. Also, we see quite a bit of shipping activity down here in the Gilberts, right? What's this? Okay, we got units coming up to Tabatuea. We have these guys dropping something off or picking something up here at Aurora. We have a couple amphibious task forces here doing something. And quite a bit of activity here at Abimama. And additionally, some more unloading at Tarawa. So I think he's getting poised and ready for a strike to Makin. Also, I want to show you this surface combat task force. Remember, these guys did a lot of bombarding of Tarawa a while back. I think these guys are going to be heading over to Makin next turn. So let's watch for the task force led by the Dorsetshire to hit Makin with the bombardment. And it's going to be devastating to these guys because they're already in a bad way. Also, you recall in previous videos I mentioned Baker Island having a bunch of R-class battleships. Well, they're gone. Look where they're at now. Boom. It looks like DesertWolf has moved up these R-class battleships from Baker to Wirraway, where they're kind of better off, with more support here. My guess is that he's going to be looking to move these guys up in the following turns to do some bombardment, either at Nauru or at Makin. My guess is he's going to go for Nauru, because if you look over at Nauru, there's still a bunch of aircraft here. We don't know exactly how many, but when you have this large aircraft, like a medium to large size airfield icon, that means that there's a lot of aircraft there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see these R-class battleships heading to Nauru to do bombardment, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, either Nauru or Makin are going to get beat up here in the next couple turns, and I can't wait to see it. Looking up a bit further north, we do see a fair amount of task forces formed up near Maloe Lap. What the heck? Huh, my phone's going nuts here. Weird. That was weird. My phone was going nuts. Anyway, check this out. We have heavy cruisers at Woche, and I don't know what they're doing here, but it seems awfully dangerous to me to have these guys anywhere up here with the amount of aircraft and ships that the Allies have in the Gilberts. So I don't know. I think Wirraway better be very careful about bringing these ships anywhere past Jaluit or Milley, or he's going to eat some torps from these subs or come in there into range of these aircraft down here. So this is definitely going to be the hot point for the next few turns, and I can't wait to see what transpires here. I think we'll end this video by taking a look at the Aleutian Islands, but really there's nothing to see because nothing's really happening here. We do see finally a minesweeper heading up to Attu to clear out these mines, and once that's done, he can start bringing in supply here, or just pulling the troops back off because there's no real need to keep these guys here any longer. He's got the base. I don't see the Japanese capable of mounting a re-invasion here. I don't know what purpose that would serve, so. Wouldn't mind seeing these two dot bases captured, though, because every time I look at this strategic map, these two little red dots up here are making me angry, because we have lots of nice green all through here, and we got these stupid little red dots here. Let's get rid of these. Come on, DesertWolf. All right, well, that's the turn. Pretty quick video, but short and sweet. I like it that way sometimes. I look forward to the following turns to see what's going to happen here. And in the meantime, I want to thank you guys for watching this campaign and supporting me and DesertWolf and Wirraway. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.